It's finally here, the 2024 Outshine Film Festival Miami edition. One of the world's great LGBTQ plus film festivals celebrates everything about the queer community through film. The best parties, the most interesting movies, and everything you need to know about Outshine. All next on this special edition of Queer News Tonight from Hotspots Magazine and Happening Out Television Network.
This is the world's first live, daily LGBTQ evening news show, literally out of the closet and into the headlines on Queer News Tonight.
Welcome to the Outshine Film Festival, celebrated in Miami, April 18th through April 28th. I am your Outshine special host, Faye. What? And for this Outshine special program, Hotspots Magazine Happening Out Television Network has assembled many film and entertainment experts joining us today. Let's begin by welcoming Jennifer Criz. She is the long-term vice chair of the Outshine Film Festival and is one of America's leading voices for the lesbian and queer women and the importance of LGBTQ plus films. And she's also great to look at. Next up, let's welcome Eric Restivo. He is one half of the television show, The W Boys. The W Boys represents the best of entertainment from his longtime WeHo perspective. The show can be seen Fridays on streaming and social media platforms. Hello, gorgeous.
Hi.
Next up, let's welcome my brother from another mother. He's Dino Mosquera, the longtime film screening chairman of the Outshine Film Festival. He has seen thousands of film submissions through the years to be selected for Outshine. He hosts a special Latino-focused Outshine special with me in Spanglish. Make sure you catch that. And let's welcome John Hayden. John is the other half of the television show The W Boys, representing Wilton Manors. He has interviewed countless film and television stars from an extensive broadcast TV entertainment news career. And finally, last but definitely not least, you know him, you love him. He's Joe Bilancio. Did I say that right, Joe? I did, right? He is the program director of the Outshine Film Festival. Joe is considered one of the world's leading experts on queer film and has built some of the greatest film festival programs, it says in America, I'm going to say in the world. This is the closing night film and party on April 28th. We are excited about the 2024 Miami Closing Night Film and Party for the 41st Annual Outshine LGBTQ Plus Film Festival. Our event is hosted at Regal Theaters South Beach. The day begins at 3:45 with a screening of What a Feeling at 4 p.m. and the film Listen Up. Then the special closing night film is Mascarpone, the Rainbow Cake. The closing night film is an exclusive North American premiere. After 3 years, Antonio and Luca see each other for the first time after their best friend's Dennis' death. Luca, who has hit rock bottom, has been lucky enough to meet Tancredi, his current boyfriend, while Antonio has focused on his work, so much so that he is now a well-known chef in a pastry boutique. It is clear that there is still a special relationship between the two, but Antonio mistakes Luca's affection for something more and does everything he can to ruin his relationship with Tancredi. Will Antonio learn to let go of the past in order to fully experience what the future has to offer him? With a beautiful cast, a beautiful story, and intoxicating bakery goods, Mascarpone, the Rainbow Cake, builds off the original to a sexy and compelling sophomore feature. Joe, a North America premiere for Outshine? Tell us about your selection for closing of Outshine Film Festival.
Yeah, we're always very excited for, I always say we don't necessarily go after premieres, but they're always nice. And we have quite a few between North American premieres and U.S. premieres and East Coast premieres. And this is a special one. For those, the name might sound familiar. We had this as a spotlight film back a couple years ago. And this sort of continues and elevates the film, in my opinion. It's really delightful. The thing that I think this differentiates, and believe me, if you didn't see the first one, you don't need to worry. You'll catch on pretty quick. This sort of builds on. There are more characters and there's more sort of plot lines and developments that I think sort of add to everyone's relationships, and I think that makes it very special. The Tancredi works for a sort of a halfway house where they have these quirky sort of the lost children, and it really sort of humanizes sort of what can be a non-humanizing a factor. So it's great. And again, I think it really leads well to a party. You kind of feel good about yourself and good about the movie, and you're ready to sort of go. And we hope we want to leave you wanting more. Like, you can't really wait until next year for the festival to start again, because this was such a great experience. And I think the movie and the evening will be just that.
Well, I love mascarpone cheese, and I really love baked goods. All right, so you already had me there. What an incredible fun film this seems like it's going to be, right, Dino?
Yeah, I mean, and the guys are super cute, I have to say.
Of course they are. Is it usual for Outshine to have like a sequel kind of movies?
Not very often. So this is interesting because it wasn't not long ago that we had that one as the centerpiece of the festival. That this is, like Joe say, yes, you have a background story, but you don't need to have seen the previous film to see this film. And there is a lot of new issues in this film. And one of the most interesting things is that it's kind of like a house that helps kids that are basically...
Like a halfway house.
Like a halfway house, right?
But for youth.
And kids, yeah, for youth, and kids are having social issues. And so a lot of the kids come from that house, and that's where Tancredi works, and Luca is dating Tancredi. So, and some of those characters are they add a lot of new colors to the story. So I think it's important, but it's not a down story. It's very sexy. It's very happy. It has issues that are deep, but also dealt with in a light way. So
yeah, I mean, he wants to break up the couple. I mean, we all know somebody like that, Jennifer. No.
So, the nice thing about this is you do see that the character is stuck in the past. He was in love with Luca, and when he sees him again, he wants him back, and now he's with a new guy.
Boy.
So there is a relatable story for everybody, but it is kind of a hot little film. It's a lot of fun, and it's all Italian themed. So we're carrying on that theme later into the night.
And it's in Rome. It's in Rome. Rome is
Oh my
shown
God.
in the film so
much.
pretty.
You see the Colosseum in
Colosseum.
the background.
Oh,
You see
gorgeous.
it's spectacular.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. I've been to Rome, and it's such a romantic place to be. So what a wonderful backdrop for this movie as well. John, what do you think, puppy?
Well, hot guys, hot food. But, from what I've seen so far, it looks like the food metaphor, you can't put a relationship on the shelf. You can't put it in the back of the fridge and expect it to still be good
And fresh.
When you're ready to come back for it. So I look forward to seeing that.
How much food do you have in the back of your fridge, John?
Well, I do have a couple house guests right now, but I may have a mold problem.
Got you.
My mother freezes everything forever. Do you freeze
I
things?
freeze a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Because I don't cook
Yeah.
that.
Well, I treat my frozen foods like I treat my men. I just keep rotating the stock.
Starting at 8:30 p.m., there is a closing night awards and party, including drinks, food, and more entertainment. The party will be unveiling the winners of the Jury and Audience Choice Awards, and even give a sneak peek of the next Outshine Film Festival coming to Fort Lauderdale in October. Jen, tell us what's happening.
Okay, so after the film, we're all going to head over to the Miami Women's Club and just drink up all the women.
Oh, I love
No,
it.
it will be mostly men.
Oh.
But we actually do have a fabulous film before, which is called What a Feeling.
Yeah.
And that's a women's film. So we do have a really fantastic film for the ladies that afternoon. But then the men's film is quite a guy's film. But the women's club is going to have amazing food, open bar. It's going to be a really nice evening.
I love it. I love it. You don't want to miss these amazing closing night, North America premiere, and the party awards, the party awards and closing ceremonies at Outshine Film Festival Miami on April 28th. More details for 10 days of more than 50 films, themes, parties, and a whole lot more can be found at outshinefilm.com. LGBTQ plus film is a cultural treasure that can only be experienced in person at a queer film festival, sitting in the dark. On behalf of Jennifer Criz, Eric Restivo, Dina Mosquera, John Hayden, and Joe Bilancio, I'm Faye Watt, and we're powered by Hotspots Magazine and Happening Out Television Network. We will see you when the lights go down at the queer movies.